Hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah. Sweet. Uh-oh. getting a pistol. I keep getting a pistol. Finally, it's gone. There's an assault rifle M4A1 for 2,000 right here. Oh, sweet. Oh, ammo. Yar, yar, yar. Loading. Baby. I need a shotgun. see kids. Nice. Maximum ammo. Let's go. For 1,000. This is so terrible. Oh. Did my game just crash? Hello? Is my audio still going? Is my audio still going? Right. Yeah, my audio still going. Oh, your gift you're streaming? Notice you're streaming. That was right. Yeah, dude, I think my game just crashed. Audio still on? Okay, sweet, yeah. My game just crashed. For some reason. That's so strange. It wasn't stuttering or nothing. It just crashed. It was running really well. Whenever I got this perk, I need to get away from this perk. Oh well. Let me close it then. Yeah, it stopped working. I don't think it's fixable. If I can open the force quit. I'm not responding. Force quit. Yes, force quit. Alright, there you go. I'm gonna reopen it. Ah, man. What was that? What was that zombie game called? It's called Reminisce Zombies. That one's pretty good. I played it. It was pretty good. That was fun. Anyway, Good morning, Lizzie. How you doing? It's night for you too. It's night for me now. Blue. Ugh. Yeah, it's day for me. Mm. Ugh. Yeah, I think we're in different time zones, like crazy. Hmm. Project Delta. But you watch for a bit. No, it's fine, dude. It's okay. I don't know what I want to do today. I have a few. I have a few games. This one's crazy. I'm gonna unfavorite this one. That ICP game was really fun. No, no, I fixed it. Wait, oh no. Let me. I think yeah. On the I forgot to go Roblox. There you go. All right, there you go. I didn't realize. Thank you. I didn't even realize. Oh well. There you go. Fixed it. Um, yeah, I don't know what should I play. The Project Delta is pretty cool, but it's PvP. It's a really good one. It's like really realistic, and I can see crap at night, so that's a plus. But I don't feel like playing that today. I played so much PvP yesterday. Hmm, mining simulator. I could try to play mining simulator, but it gets boring after a while. Let's see. I know the. I've always wanted to finish the. Where is it? Operation Red Archive. Trying to finish the first mission. I was so close, but it's like so buggy. Hmm. Delta Ring, Ride Bullet Frenzy. Oh, yeah, but I think I'm just gonna play Mining Simulator. Okay, only like I do, but like a little bit sometimes. Because I'm in like PvP and PvE a lot. So like playing open world MMOs and sometimes like things like Call of Duty sometimes. There you go. Today, I don't know. I wanted to get into one of these worlds, but how many do I need? How much? I need 20 rebirths. And there's no way I'm gonna be able to get those rebirths. I might be able to do it today, or what am I at now? I'm at 10. I need 10 more to unlock the Crystal Cave. Nope, the surface. Nope. There you go. Nope. And none of these people. There you go. Oh, they have a tunnel system, which is really good for ores. But we need a farm. It requires a whole different strategy. The mine collapsed. Great. Wait, hold up. The leaderboard just changed. Right, Dinosaur? I think it did. Unless he changed the outfit. Nice. Nice. Medical chest is worth a lot. Oh, mythical chest. Let's go. It's gonna take a while. It's worth it though. It's another mil and a half for me to buy a better backpack or no, I'd let go of it. $20 mil. Very crates. Thinking about that. Dexter. Ooh. That was a good pull. That was a good pull. In Stellar? Nice. Let me see if I can get it now. Trails? So purple toxic is the one I have. Ore value ×2, mining speed ×2, mining power 450. It's trading power. Someone might like that one. That's my. I mean, I want to get the unicorn. Color rainbow. We'll see. All the way back down. And okay, nothing here's worth grabbing because I need to get Lapis to upgrade my pad. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, yep. Okay, as far as it went down. I need to go down. Perfect. 2,000 range. Ooh, 11,000 for a light chest? Oh no, I hear a grenade. Another light chest, let's go. Okay, so I have have money now. Backpack is full. Nice. 25 mil. I can buy a way better backpack now. Yup. $100,000 backpack storage. That's a bit overkill for what I need it for. I need 20 more lapis. And I can't mine lapis with this tool. I need a better tool. Nice. Perfect. Hopefully my tunnel didn't get blown up. So I can start mining what I need later. Nice. I'm a yellow. I need to go bit down. Perfect. My tool's struggling now, so it's perfect. That's a breathing room here. And if I make the tunnel. Nice. For 130 billion million 130 million. I can rebirth now. 8 times 11. Less stuff. The ore value increases times 11. How about this? Ore value increases by 2.5. 2.4. I should probably upgrade it. I'll buy it. $80 million for 1 billion, 1 trillion. Okay. I have to go back to my tunnel. I have a really big tool now. I can get most things now. Like this. This is half quarter. More than $500,000 emeralds. I can mine all the ores now. But I haven't to worry about redstone. This is almost a mill. Looks over this. I need lapis. I need lapis. Red rock. I think I need to rebirth as soon as possible then. I need to get my pet high level. I need to mine lapis. Here we go on lapis. This is 5. I need 20. I need 19 more. Sapphire. Lapis, I need lapis. Platinum. Emerald. 2 million right below me. That. I don't need to get those 2 million. I'm looking for lapis. Let's go down. Emeralds, diamond, redstone, sapphire, copper, emerald, lava stone, shadow chest. That's 7 mil. A power gun to get these 10 mil stones. Diamond, emerald, ruby, sapphires. Nope. Breathing room, and I went down from here. Nice. Lapis? Yes, it's lapis. Perfect. So there's lapis down here. It just, why is it so hard to get? Not on this level. Green. And my gun's it's really struggling. So another 130 mil. Spend the game. I know you're good. I know you're good. I'm here just chilling. I'm trying to rebirth and level up my pet. Inventory. I got 7 out of 24. Well, I'll rebirth again. Pegasus. I can get a legendary hat. I can get an omega egg. And hope for the best. I can get a mythical egg. Ow. I'll buy one of those. And later I'll get a legendary hat or something. Let me see my pet. Yeah, I need a mythical. I need a legendary item for my pet. Do I have a legendary item as well? The egg. How much is it? Oh, just 1,000 blocks. Okay. Backpack. Windmill. However, I do need to upgrade my thing. Let me see if I can find. There you go. Wait, was it lapis? It is lapis. Okay, the value jumped to that 500. The value went down a little bit because I. Okay. Ah, I just wasted an omega egg. I get something crappy? Really unfortunate. I'm now sad. Oh well. Not much I can do. Yeah, all the tryhards are not even on. Because I'm the top one right now on the server. So all the people who play this game for life are not in. Green. This person. Diamond. Shadow chest. But no. Lapis. Lapis very common in the blue section then. I'm gonna sleep soon. I'm gonna wake up at 3 for a streamer. Oh, this is a different time zone. Okay. And good night, my friend. Take care. You're gonna get that phone stream. And good morning, Allah. Yeah, good morning. Take care. I need to find... $675 and 200. 600 and a half. 625 and 200. Okay, I need to find a world with something stronger than that. There's a lava world by any chance? Space. No. The beach, Atlantis, Foodland, Toyland, Candyland. The shop. See you next stream, I guess. Bye bye. Take care. Nice. Lapis. Sapphire. lapis is really good. Mm-mm. Yep. Sapphire. I'm halfway there. I'll eat 10 more. Oh yeah, I'll leave. Mm. Wow. Mm. Let's go. King Luckies.
So we were at 400% yesterday. Now we're at 1,000. China is now willing to negotiate. The yuan has fallen to the lowest level in 18 years. I mean, this has been fucking insane, honestly. And I'll be kind of curious to see what happens with this. The art of the deal. Please briefly explain the art of the deal for idiots who don't understand how Trump operates, even after decades of him using the same strategy for everything. Okay, here are the key elements. Start with an extreme position to create room for compromise. Use attention-grabbing statements to control the narrative and put the other side on the defensive. Create a sense of urgency to pressure the other side into making concessions. Keep the other side guessing about your true intentions and bottom line. Be willing to walk away if the deal doesn't meet your standards. This is absolutely what's happened.
For years, we've been ripped off and taken advantage of by China and others, so no fairness, but by China, that's the big one. And it's just one of those things. You know, we're making $2 billion a day right now, this country. $2 billion a day with tariffs. And they were making $2 billion a day. We'll be making more. And now when you see what happened to that, I don't know if it's still there. You know, this is, I looked an hour ago, but we were up like close to 3,000 points. Nobody's ever seen a day like that. I think that's a record, isn't it, fellas? Yeah, is that a record? Who would have thought we were going to have a record like that after watching it? Because the geniuses of the world, they get it. Our country's very strong. We were left a very, very weakened country.
By Joe Biden.
Both economically, financially, because of all of the tariffs and all of the other companies just raiding us and ripping us off.
And that's President Trump yesterday after issuing that 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs for some countries while keeping the 10% baseline tariff in place, while also raising the tariff on China to 125% effective immediately. The president said that was because of a lack of respect that Beijing has shown the world markets with its retaliation against the U.S. The president also told reporters he's still open to meeting with Xi Jinping.
No, of course he's going to talk to him. I mean, this is just something that's going to happen. Yeah, of course.
No, sure I would. He's a friend of mine. I like him. President Xi, I like him. I respect him. But they haven't treated our country right. Sure, I'd meet with him. On the other countries, we have Japan is here, and South Korea is here, and others are here. And we're trying to see him. It's, from what I hear, it's much more than 75. I said 75 plus. It's everybody wants to make a deal, actually. And, you know, we want to do what's right for our country. We also want to do what's right for the world. The world is important. I mean, you know, it's the world, right? And I think we're going to make a lot of people very happy. And I think investing in the United States of America will be the greatest investment that anybody's ever made.
That's pretty important.
The president keeping allies close with this new tariff plan. Joining me now is Gatestone Institute senior fellow and the author of Plan Red, China's project to destroy America. Gordon Chang back.
I wonder what his opinion is going to be.
With us. Gordon, great to see you.
Yeah.
Your reaction to all that has taken place here. I don't know why Xi Jinping doesn't just pick up the phone and call President Trump and try to do a deal rather than back and forth with this retaliation.
Yeah. Picking up the phone and calling President Trump would be the economically rational thing to do. China absolutely needs to do that. But Xi Jinping has configured the Chinese political system so that only the most hostile answers are considered to be acceptable, which means he's boxed himself in. He can't do that because if he does that, his Communist Party
look like a bitch. Yeah.
fellow leaders, they're going to criticize him. So right now, China's in a position where it can't do what it absolutely needs to do.
And I think they're trying to pressure U.S. markets. When they saw the Politburo and Xi Jinping and his leadership team, when they saw the markets were down 2,000 points, 2 days in a row, trillions of market value lost, they tried to pile on. In fact, there was an issue yesterday in the bond market where rates were spiking. And I was questioning what's going on in the bond market today. Was it a trade gone wrong, or is China selling treasuries? And I spoke with the Treasury Secretary about it. I asked Scott Bessent just that. Watch this.
There's one of these deleveraging convulsions that's going on right now in the markets, and I think it's in the fixed income market. There's some very large leverage players who are experiencing losses. They're having to deleverage. I believe that there is nothing systemic about this. I think that it is an uncomfortable but normal deleveraging that's going on in the bond market. And I expect that as we see the leverage come down, the risk managers tapping people on the shoulders, telling them to bring their books down, which is what happens every couple of years as leverage builds up, then the market will calm down.
Is China jumping treasuries to try to put pressure on this this market?
Yeah, I think it works against their purposes if they are dumping treasury.
Where it's at right now. I'm actually kind of curious. This is 39%, so it's pretty much about the same as it was, just a little bit less than yesterday.
Because if they're dumping treasuries, then they have to buy something else. If they sell dollars,
It's
and
not
they
bonds. No, I understand he's talking about treasury yields and bonds. I was just looking at this number and I was thinking, I wonder if it's more or less than that now.
strengthen their currency, and as I said earlier, they've actually been weakening their currency, which is a loser for everyone.
Right.
And again, when I hear all these stories, the dollar is no longer going to be the reserve currency. If you end up with the Chinese who are willing to use their currency as a trade tool, that doesn't seem like a very good reserve asset to me.
I was really happy to get the Secretary's commentary on the dollar, and he reiterated the U.S.'s position toward a strong dollar. But what do you think? I remember during the financial crisis back in 2007, China and Russia tried to team up, pile on, sell treasuries to pressure the market. So that immediately came to me when I saw that spike in rates yesterday.
Yeah, I think that's part of the answer of what the Chinese were doing, because they do want to put pressure on President Trump.
Yeah.
But the other thing, though, is yes, they want their currency to weaken, but they don't want it to weaken too fast because they're worried about capital flight. So I think that they have to sell treasuries, dollar-denominated assets, to support the renminbi. But the thing that's really interesting, is that President Trump looks at this and says, I'm not afraid of you, China.
Yeah, he really did.
And the reason is, look, the Chinese don't have any cards in this. As the Treasury Secretary said, they're only holding a pair of twos, and Trump has a royal straight flush. But the point here, though, is that the Chinese think, well, we can intimidate Trump, we can coerce him into surrendering preemptively. And Trump yesterday said, look, 125% tariffs, I'm not being coerced. I'm not being intimidated. You, China, you're the ones who have to back down.
Yeah, and I love the fact that President Trump will always say...
Yeah, it's 145 now, by the way. So he's continuing to go. Yeah, he's keeping doing it. With no cards, yeah.
Things like, yeah, I want to meet him. He's my friend. We get along great. While at the same time is, putting 125% tariff on the country. He knows his customer in communist China. And the U.S. signed a new security and defense pact to reinforce control over the Panama Canal. Pete Hegseth at the canal, the defense secretary, announced the pact during a joint press conference in Panama City yesterday. Watch this.
We also signed.
See, this is like another thing. I feel like very clearly Trump has been trying to take tactical moves to, weaken China. And he thinks China controls the Panama Canal, and so they're trying to weaken them there, too.
With the Minister of Canal Affairs.
Wait, it's 154% now?
Framework for U.S. military and auxiliary ships to travel through the Panama Canal first and free. First and free. We're working with them to ensure that we take back the canal from malign Chinese influence. And these two documents, I think, create a historic baseline and send a clear message to the region and the communist Chinese that America will stand by our allies, keep key terrain free, so that our ships, our military vessels, our auxiliary vessels are free to traverse anytime they need for any contingency around the world.
I
mean, if we help build the fucking canal and we're having to pay to use it, fuck that. I'm just gonna be honest, fuck that. Absolutely not.
Another
we didn't
thing.
help, we built it. I was trying to be diplomatic.
That China is upset about, that the U.S. is taking back the Panama Canal. And, it seems to me that China's on its back heels right now. with all of these moves from President Trump, what do you think about the Chinese economy? What's the impact there?
Well, the Chinese economy is probably around zero. And we see from the price signals, it's in a deflationary spiral down, which is really inconsistent with 5.0% growth that they reported for last year. So this is coming at a time where China's having its 2008. In 2008, they didn't want to have a recession, so they overstimulated their economy. They've accumulated all this debt. They don't know what to do with it because this debt is internal, which means if you try to resolve it, local parties are going to get hurt. They don't have the political will to do that. They got their 2008. They got Trump on tariffs. They got deglobalization. This is all hitting China at the same time, and they have no answers to this in Beijing.
Yeah, and you would think that they would come back and try to, schmooze Trump, try to get in his favor, but
I bet they're probably trying to do that privately. I feel like there's a very high probability they're trying to do that. Because, they don't... No way. Why not? Wouldn't you do that if you were them? Yeah, of course. Because the problem is the optics. It's not the outcome, it's the optics. Will IQ skeptics say no way to fucking everything?
No. Yeah, no,
We
no.
would know from a tweet?
no.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mom.
Anyone else notice Trump dialed back all the hostile rhetoric about the rest of the world in the last 2 days? Well, yeah, of course. He always does that. It's that they're the worst people. It's the same as he called Gavin Newsom new scum over and over. And then when he started helping them at the wildfires and Gavin Newsom started playing ball with Trump, now he's not new scum anymore. He does that with everybody. Like, this is not really any sort of like a big secret.
he recognizes that they're in a weakened position, and that 125% tariff's only going to make things worse. We'll see if they blink, and who blinks first. South Korean officials are ready to talk about tariffs going down with the U.S. The country will hold snap elections in June, June 3rd, to choose a successor to former President Yoon Suk Yeol. He was ousted last year after briefly imposing.
He had a national level crash out where he just randomly decided to impose martial law, and everybody in South Korea was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you retard, like, get the fuck out of here. And that was about it, you know? Like, then he was out of a job, and that was it. Yeah, he had his gamer movement, and you got to remember, like, South Korea is pretty close to North Korea. So, like, they hear martial law, they're like, oh, not for me.
Imposing martial law in the country, sparking those protests and riots. Gordon, what do you think about this? You said democracy is at risk in this presidential election, and it could affect trade deals as well.
Yeah, the leading candidate for the June 3rd election is a guy named Lee Jae-myung. And Lee Jae-myung is basically a communist, although he can't say that because he's running for president. But the problem is he's very pro-China, very pro-North Korea, anti-U.S., anti-Japan.
I see.
And so we're in a risk here because South Korea could really go red very quickly.
Wow.
But the point is, on trade deals, you know, Yi doesn't like the United States, so he doesn't want a trade deal with the U.S. He wants to kick our troops off the peninsula. He called them an occupying force. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, right now, things are very much at a point where this is the most important election in South Korea's history, June 3rd.
I'll tell you, what a difference this president and this administration is relative to the last one, where, you know, the Oversight Committee was investigating all the money that the Biden family took in from communist China.
Yeah, and that certainly affected Biden's decision. Biden certainly acted like he was afraid of China.
Yeah.
You know, this was really bad, and it was important for President Trump to win, you know, and this is November 5, I think, is going to be looked at as a turning point in American history. This is the golden age.
And I wonder
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
if this whole time it was about China, that President Trump needed to put China in a corner, and he wanted to do so in tariffs, and all of this other drama around it was never the focus. I don't know. I'm beginning to see it that way. Gordon, it's great to see you.
I think there's a pretty high probability of that, especially considering the fact that he did the same thing with the Panama Canal. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Hey, Kevin, what's your reaction to this now? It's not 125%.
So it might be a surprise, but the tariffs to China have gone up again. Now it's up to 145%.
It's 145%, the U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods.
Wow.
I've been an advocate for raising it to 400% in one move to force Xi to the table, because this narrative with China is not just about tariffs. Since China joined the WTO
400%
in 2020, or it's actually 2000, they have not abided by the rules in any single year. There is no way you can figure out or settle a trade dispute with them. Although they said they'd agree to do that, they never did. They have been constantly stealing American IP, including many from my companies. We have not been able to litigate there. There is no resolution available to us. They are using our financial markets. I have to compete with Chinese companies that don't abide by GAAP, listing on NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange for investors.
GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. So they're cooking the books, basically.
Dollars, and I am forced to comply, and they're not. They're allowed to use our legal system to sue me here in the United States. I can't do the same in China. So
you can see how that's obviously fucking unfair. They don't have to use the same accounting. They get to steal your shit, and you can't sue them, but they can sue you. I mean, really, like, what the fuck is going on here? Does that sound fair? I think it doesn't. It's obviously not fucking fair.
Just one hand. I put up my hand. I was testifying yesterday at the China hearings in Washington, and I said I've had enough. And I expect you, lawmakers, and the administration to finally go to task and settle this once and for all, because I don't care if it's 1,000% tariffs.
All right. So we were at 400% yesterday. Now we're at 1,000. Oh shit. Wow.
They have to come to the table now and not just settle this trade.
Check the China Observer YouTube channel. Chinese are complaining about Xi Jinping's. Remind me about that after this.
War. They need to settle all of this.
Bro, actually, I don't know if I want to watch that, bro. Like, because if I watch that video, it gets popular. Would that be snitching them out? Bro, I would be. Would I be an accomplice at that point? Like, if I watch that. Ooh.
Unbalanced situation. We need, all of us, look, I have nothing against the Chinese people. I love the Chinese people. All of their contributions to culture.
Nobody hates Chinese people generally, except for a few racist assholes, okay? Everybody's complaint is with their government. We know that most of the people in China are nice, good people. It's the same as in America or any other fucking country.
Over the millennia is well documented. It's the government. They cheat, they steal, they don't play by the rules, and I've had enough. And so I would like this thing worked out. I don't care about the volatility. I don't care if Trump ratchets it up 25% a day.
What do you mean?
But
Wait,
bother?
Kevin. What do you mean you don't care about volatility if volatility has a direct impact on us as the consumers?
You fucking retard. It already is having an effect on you. It's already negatively affecting you, but because it's happening in an abstract and you don't have it quantified in a number that's directly in front of you, you think that it's not happening. It's been happening for years. It's been going on for years. And this is the thing. It's like, oh, well, what about right now? Yes, wow, what a great argument. Let's slowly let this negative thing get worse rather than trying to solve it now. What a ridiculous thing to say. This is why, by the way, as long as the stock markets are going up, any argumentation and basically people will support the China tariffs to the extent that the stock market doesn't go down massively.
We have to fix this problem once and for all. It's killing us. It's killing small business in America. It's killing large businesses.
Yeah.
All the IP these guys steal. You go back and look at all of their technological advancements, and this is a personal estimation. You're going to find source code from American companies back 4 decades ago.
Genshin Impact and Breath of the Wild look pretty similar. the games looked they looked really really close together. One game looked a lot like the other game.
These guys don't play by the rules. And administration after administration, whether it be European or American, have not dealt with this. It's enough. We've got to solve this problem.
Okay.
Now, if we have to squeeze Chinese heads to the wall, as I said yesterday when I was testifying, so be it. I'm willing to live with the volatility to get the long situation settled. I want to compete in China. I want to open up those markets.
If what you're saying is carried out to its ultimate solution, you're talking about the fact that China, the regime, has a system in place that is able to manipulate the world, its currency, and everything else because of its totalitarian nature. Now, we can talk about what happened in 48. We can talk about what happened with Taiwan. We can talk about everything else. But Kevin, it's a reality. The Cultural Revolution in China killed millions of people so that people would remember that.
Yeah, but do you heard about like a club that collapsed on each other?
Yeah, I was there for like a second.
That's nice.
Yeah, I was good. Anyway, what collab? What collab?
What collab?
You said you were doing
Collab? Oh yeah, indeed. So what happened was a nightclub got a collab with God and death because 140 people died at the club, if not more.
Is the one that has another first?
No, yesterday. I don't know where, like, the Republican.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, the Dominican Republic, yeah. My father, I know you hear about the video.
Wait. Oh. Yes, streaming.